Hey there, and welcome back to the Handmade Shop Podcast. If you are listening to this during Thanksgiving week or any big shopping weekend in general, you may be noticing a little or a lot more activity in your Etsy shop compared to normal. And whether that is exciting or a little bit overwhelming for you, I want to help you handle it without burning out. So, in today's episode, I'm walking you through a couple of simple strategies to help you handle an order rush calmly, confidently, and without a lot of chaos, okay? These are symptoms that you can implement right now, even in the middle of a rush, that will help you stay focused, stay in control, and keep showing up for your shop and your sanity. So let's dive in. First, let's start with a quick win. When orders are coming in really fast, it's easy to work on them one at a time, print the label, grab the product, package, ship, repeat. And that's kind of jumping around. It burns way more time and energy than you think to switch from task to task like that. So instead, I want you to batch similar tasks together. Group your orders by product type, by shipping method, by the materials needed. That way you only need to pull your supplies once. You only need to print labels once, and you pack and you stack in groups and get everything done. Even batching in just small sets of 3 to 5 orders at a time can really help if it feels too overwhelming to do everything for the day at once, right? Doing it this way, you're going to move faster, you're going to make fewer mistakes, and you are going to feel way less scattered. Once batching is set, your next move is planning on how you're going to communicate with your buyers. So I want to make sure that you're prepping your messaging ahead of time. Order volume comes with an increase in customer messages generally, especially this time of year when buyers are worried about getting their orders on time and giving their gifts to their loved ones, right? So let's make that part easier for you too. We're going to just create today some quick reusable message templates for some of the questions that you know you are going to get in the next 4 weeks, right? Where is my order questions, how to track their shipping, if there are currently any processing times or shipping delays, whatever you know that you are going to be answering in the next couple of weeks, make a quick combo snippet that you can select and just send out to people without having to think about it too much, right? I also set one of these up for people who order after my holiday shipping deadline. I can quickly send it out to everyone who orders after the deadline and let them know that it will not be arriving by Christmas, just to make sure that we're all on the same page about when they're going to get their orders. So if you know you're going to be slower at replying to messages, consider updating your shop announcement, but for sure using these auto replies, okay? It sets really clear expectations for everybody up front, which means you'll have fewer panicked buyers, which means less stress for you. All right, this next one is a big one, and most sellers do not realize just how flexible this tool is, but I want you to think very often about adjusting your processing times. You can adjust your processing times multiple times a day if you need to, and I've been in the situation where I have needed to. So here's how to really use this to your advantage. Let's say you know that you can reasonably process 10 orders in a day, right? So once those 10 orders are in for the next business day, you go into your listings or your shipping profiles and you extend the processing time by 1 day. So if your normal processing time is 1 to 3 business days, you get your 10 orders for the next day, then you can go in and maybe turn them in for 3 or 4 business days. And then any new orders that come in are just automatically going to be slotted into that next shipping window when you know you have time to complete them and to ship orders on time. This really gives you full control of your workflow. It keeps Etsy's expectations aligned with your actual capacity. And I cannot stress how important this is because every single year I see shops get overwhelmed, miss these ship by dates, and end up getting flagged or worse, shut down by Etsy. Please, please, please do not let that be you. Use these processing times like a guardrail. They're there to protect you and your business, and you are allowed to make adjustments to them based off what you can handle today, not what you thought you were going to be able to handle a couple of weeks ago, right? And then let's shift gears for the next one because the systems that we just covered are really powerful, but your mindset plays a really big role in how we experience this busy season as well. So I want to make sure you're setting the tone for both yourself and your buyers. It is super easy to fall into the trap of trying to keep up with every other shop or hold yourself to these really unrealistic standards. But you don't need to ship like your Amazon Prime. And sometimes you can't, right? You don't need to respond to every single message within 5 minutes. You do not have to be on top of everything the minute it happens. There's a couple of things that can help you shift this mindset when you are in times of stress and when you just need a little reminder, I want you to choose a few thoughts, and I'm going to have some examples for you after this. So just pick one that resonates the most with you. One thing you might want to spend your time thinking is, my buyers choose handmade. They are okay with human timelines. And that obviously is not going to be the case for every single buyer, but for your ideal customer, that's probably the case. And so I want you to keep that thought top of mind when it comes to the busy holiday season. You could also be thinking stuff like clear communication beats speed every time, or a calm shop owner does better work, and that's better for everyone. And that's 100% true, because who has not been in the situation where they're rushing and they mess something up and have to start all over again? So give yourself permission to kind of take a breath when you need one. And that runs into our fifth thing that I want to talk to you about today, which is that even in a rush, your energy is not endless. So you need to plan for breaks, even if they're just small ones. You do not have to wait until everything slows down to rest. And actually, trying to power through without pausing at all usually leads to mistakes, to burnout, or just shutting down completely, right? So before the Black Friday weekend gets away from you, I want you to look at your calendar and just schedule one break. It might just be a morning off. It might be dinner without your phone or packaging tape nearby, right? It might be an afternoon walk before you go and check that inbox again, but it doesn't have to be anything big. You do just need to stick with it, right? It has to happen. I want you to remember that rest is not a reward for getting your whole to-do list done. It's part of how you keep going and really extend the holiday orders and the holiday season as long as possible anyway. We don't want you burning out, okay? All right, we're going to wrap up with one thing that's really easy to put off until it's too late, which is your shipping deadline. And we are going to do this right now. This is our last task for the day. We're going to take 5 minutes, and I want you to decide what is your last ship by date this season. I want you to mark it on your calendar. I want you to put it in the places in your shop you need to. And then the important part with this is, after you announce it, don't be afraid to shut things down a little early if you need to. There's so many seasons where I have to do this. It's 100% okay. But so many sellers really try to push through those final days and just squeeze in a couple of more orders. And it just ends with stress and missing deadlines and burning out heading into the new year, which is a time you should be able to come into feeling like you have had a reset. You do not have to take every single possible order ever. You have to protect your ability to deliver what you've already promised. And so draw the line now. Be flexible with it as well, though, okay? All right, a couple of final thoughts. I just want to make sure that you know handling a rush like this does not have to mean you're losing your mind every day. You can have a couple of systems, batching, message templates, all this stuff that we've mentioned, plus a little mindset support, and get through this busiest season without panicking, without burning out. I just want you to remember you're in control of how much you take on, adjust in real time, and be flexible. And don't forget that rest is part of the actual strategy here. You have built a shop that people want to buy from, and let's keep that experience great for them and for you throughout the holiday season. So at the end of the episode here, I would really love to hear from you. Can you tell me what's your biggest holiday challenge during this busy season? If you are listening to this in your favorite podcast app, send me a message on the Instagram. I would love to know. If you're watching this on YouTube, reply and tell me in the comments. I would love to talk through it together. Thank you so much for listening this week. We have a little bit of a cold going around in my household. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but hopefully we'll be back and sounding even better next week. So I appreciate you all hanging on with me here, and I hope to see you either on Instagram or in the comments.